Welcome to the Plastic Crack Show. I'm your host Lee, and this time around we've got the Ami-Comi Heroine Series Steampunk Batgirl PVC figure. Of course, licensed by DC Collectibles, and it's a window front box, so we can see straight from the front it's a window front box, and we can see the figurine inside. Of course, it's got this nice little bit of Japanese writing down here, just to give it a bit of a foreign feel to it. On the side we've got a nice little photo basically of the figurine, and it says PVC vinyl figure. On the back, of course, there is again two pictures of course the Steampunk Batgirl. There's a bit of a blog, if you will, a little piece of information which you can't really see that distance, so we're just bringing it a bit closer. And it says, it's hard to see on the white because of the light, so it's just like she's in your face and ready for anything. The Ami-Comi line continues with this new steampunk rendition of the Cape Crusaders ally Batgirl. Then has a little advert for, of course, the Harley Quinn Poison Ivy Holiday 2-pack, which I think I've done a review for. And of course, down the bottom it tells you can get it from, of course, your local comic book shop, your local collector's shop, or DC Comics Online. On this side it tells you, of course, it was designed by Jim Fletcher and Sam Greenwell, and it stands approximately 9.5 inches tall. And on the bottom it's just got your obligatory, you know, do not give it to your 3-year-old, it's manufactured in China, please retain for address, don't expose to direct sunlight. So we didn't come really look at that, we came to look at the figure. Now I've had these figures for a while, I've been trying to sell them through my business, but the steampunk line, the Ami-Comi line was quite popular, but the steampunk Batgirl just wasn't a figure that resonated for many reasons. So I'm just going to pull her out. So she comes in this cardboard sleeve. Let's get rid of the packaging. So we open it up and we can see there is, of course, a nice steampunk inspired batarang. So it has a tab on the top, a nice little cog there, and obviously some cutouts on it. Of course, we actually have then got to remove the bubble. We have the Ami-Comi face in the back, and it's retained behind a piece of hard plastic, which is a pain to get off. Would have been nicer if they hadn't done that, because it just ruins the box, which means if once you pull this off, this box is pretty much useless, but it is what it is. There we go. So we have this nice themed Ami-Comi Heroine Series base, has two tabs obviously for her feet. She's held in by one piece of twine, or plastic coated twine. Actually there's three pieces, there's also some around her legs that I did not see before, so we're going to undo those and just push them out. It can be harder at times than you'd imagine, but generally speaking a little bit of gentle persuasion and they'll pop out. You only need to get one side on each out. It's generally enough for the figure to be releasable, so you can get the figurine out. And then she's just held in by the plastic. So just give her a pop and out she comes, and away she goes. And she will stand by herself. She doesn't necessarily need the stand if you don't want the stand, but you can use it and it will probably work well for holding up for long-term purposes. So let's have a quick look at the figurine herself. So she's got these nice set of steampunk inspired goggles, you know, a bit of a chin strap thing going on there. Of course it's got the nice metal wings going off the back. Of course the choker running around the neck with some gold trim there. Again, nice little couple of cogs. She's wearing a busty ear. Probably one of the things is the paint's not the best. You can actually see the black. I don't know if you can see it too, but the black's starting to bleed through a little bit. She's got these nice wings. They're very rigid. They're not a nice plastic. They're a very rigid plastic. They've got a nice feel to them though. They've got a very textured feel. There's a lot of textured feels on this. You know, the skirt, very rigid but very textured. It's got a very textured finish on it. And you can see there's a belt there of some sort, if we can get a good little better look at it. Then we come down again. The paintwork on the legs aren't terribly flash. You can see there's a bit of blemishing there. Then we come into the actual boots themselves. Again, they've got a lot of sharp edges coming off them. Give that steampunk look. well, they say steampunk. I do have some issues with it all. Yeah, come around the back again, got a nice yellow and silver cog on the back. Got these nice little gauntlets happening. So it's a nice figure. The hair's very cool. You know, she's got that very metallic look in it. And there's a tab just inside that hand there for holding, of course, the bat orang, which would then just tab in like that, and the figurine would tab onto these stands like this. And it's a one-way tabbing system, so the feet will only go one way. There is no other way. And then we have, of course, the girl on the steampunk Batgirl on her stand, nicely displayed. Of course, she's got nice. Oh, that just has to go on, get tabbed back in again, and it will contour to her hand to a certain extent. The hand is designed to look like it's gripping it. Just need to get it in. Maybe we need to go the opposite way. Maybe it needs to go like this. No, it certainly doesn't look it. It looks like it's supposed to go like that. It's very hard. There's not a lot of good referencing for it. And that it is. There is the steampunk Batgirl. Of course, she does stand, as they say, she actually stands, yes, about, well, with the base, she's just on 10 inches. Which is not a bad finish. But you can see there's a few problems. You know, there's certainly the yellow bat on the front. There is black bleeding through. There is problems on the legs. There's a few problems with these figures, which I think is probably what caused them not to be the most fantastic to sell. There's other headaches too, where it's questionable whether or not it caught the steampunk feel. Certainly out of the box, when you can see the corset, you know, you can get a bit of a better look that says she is wearing a corset. It does look a bit more steampunk. These wings really don't do a whole lot for the look. You know, there's a few minor issues where I can see why this figure wasn't as big a seller as, say, some of the other Ami-Comi range. But that being said, it is still part of the range. And it still works. And obviously, if you're an Ami-Comi collector from the DC range, it's certainly one that you want to have in your collection. So, that being said, this was the Plastic Crack Show. I was your host Lee. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.